Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to calculate how many backlinks your website needs. One thing I will say about this video is that it's going to be super boring, it's going to be super in depth, and if you guys aren't for that, probably just click off now. The reason why I say that is calculating the amount of backlinks, it's not really a sexy task at all. It's very mundane, a lot of spreadsheets, a lot of numbers. So if at any point you start snoozing away to sleep, you can always just hire myself to look at your website and tell you how many links you need. So check the link down below. But without further ado, let's get into it. So I'll use a few different examples, but example number one is buy funeral flowers. And if we actually go into Ahrefs, and if you were to go into like the keyword explorer, just plug in the keyword you want to rank for. And we'll be using this very often throughout this video. What this will tell us is a variety of different things, right? So obviously we've got the DR of every single website, so the actual domain strength, if you will. So as you can see, let me just move my mic up a little bit more. But as you can see, flowerstation.co.uk, by the way, this is in the UK, but this applies to every single website. As we can see here, DR50 website, it has a lot of actual backlinks going through to this specific page as well, and that's ranking position 1. And then on the other side of the spectrum, we have got a DR2 website, which has barely any links, and it has no links going through to that specific page, and it's ranking position 2. So in some cases, obviously we'll break down what you should and shouldn't be looking out for, but in some cases you don't need as many links as you might think. Same goes with this. Flower Station actually has 2 listings, so position number 3 again is flowerstation.co.uk, and again, they don't actually have any backlinks pointing through to this page here, but again, DR50. Then we've got a DR11 website, no links, DR9, DR8, DR16, right? Now, what I want to do is I want to pull up the position number 1 ranking website, which is flowerstation.co.uk, and I'll tell you why they are probably ranking so well. And what you should and also shouldn't be looking out for, right? So in some cases, people would look at this keyword and think, I'm going to need at least 25, 30 backlinks through to the website, right? Because obviously you've got, you do have like a variety of, if we were to like take the average of the top 10 ranking results, so you've got 46, 133, 146, 32. The average of that is probably, let me pull up a calculator. So this is the actual export. I've just quickly created a Google Sheet here. So as you can see here, this is the top 9 results. What I'll do is I'll color code this a little bit so it's a little bit easier on the eye for all you guys watching. But as you can see, what I've done is I have exported the top 9 results, put it in a very easy to understand sheet. And this basically tells us the amount of backlinks that the top 9 results have, the amount of referring domains that the top 9 results have, and the amount of average backlinks and the average amount of referring domains as well. So if you were to just go in blind, you would think, okay, I'm probably going to need around 11 referring domains or 44 backlinks, however you see it. But it's not actually the case, because what I can guarantee, and I've not even looked at this just yet, let me just zoom this out a little bit, zoom it in, should I say. So what I can guarantee is the top 9 results, they're going to have links that don't push the needle. They're also going to have referring domains that are just dead referring domains. Naturally, it just happens with every single website. But we're going to be doing a little bit of a deep dive, right? So if, say, for example, we were to actually take a look at flowerstation.co.uk, this is they're ranking position 1. We'll also do it for positions like position 7 as well, because they've got a lot of backlinks going through to their page. If we were to set up a few filters in place, right? So if we were to obviously, first of all, do follow, backlink type in content, and we were going to go from 39 referring domains down to 6. Like we've just removed like 90% of the noise. And then even if we were to manually check all of these links, you're probably still going to find a lot of links. They're not actually as powerful as you think they are, right? So what I would like to do after this is, again, this depends on where your website is. If you are a newer website, what I would be looking to do is more so focusing on the amount of branded links that they have, right? If you are more of an established website, let's say you already have a couple hundred referring domains or a couple hundred backlinks, you're probably going to more so want to focus on the actual links that is got the keyword that you're trying to rank for in the actual anchor, right? So if we take a look at this, when it comes to choosing funeral flowers, obviously that's like a partial match. This is what I would put in the bucket of I need to acquire this link, because that's one type of link that I'm missing. If I already had an existing website, if I have like more of a newer website, I would more so be focusing on the more branded style links, right? So they've got one branded style link here, which is like it. Just so everybody understands, branded links basically means it actually mentions the brand. A lot of people don't focus that much on branded style links. They kind of just go gung ho on getting more exact match and partial match anchors for their links. But if you are a brand new website, can't emphasize this enough, focus a little bit more on the branded stuff. But as you can see here, they've got one link here which is branded. If we were a newer website, we would probably only want to get maybe one or two links through to that page. We don't need that many. They do have a lot more exact match anchors. So I would probably say, and I know that this is they are ranking number one. They could have done this with a lot less links, and I think that that's really important for you guys to understand as well. Is just because a website is ranking position one, that doesn't mean that they've done an amazing, like a 10 out of 10 job on their link building profile. They might have done a seriously good job on their actual content as well. Like as we've always spoke about before, content, you obviously need the content to be able to rank, right? If you don't have the content, you're going to find it really hard. What I would always recommend is try to get like a mixed balance. Obviously, don't spend endless amount of hours on your content where you're not publishing any articles, but also same goes with the links. Don't overemphasize and think I need the 10 or I need the 10 out of 10 type links, because very quickly you're going to narrow down both ranges, and you're not going to get anything done. You're just going to be procrastinating, right? But if we take a look at their website, as you can see, like their categories from an e-commerce, like if any of you guys are in e-commerce, this website's really good when it comes to like categorizing their products. They are just overall a really solid website from an on-page SEO point of view. So do I think that their link building strategy is perfect? I mean, it's obvious for me to say no, or it's obvious for me to say yes, because they are ranking position one. But I think the better answer is I feel like they could have achieved position one ranking for funeral or by funeral flowers with a lot less links. That's probably my go-to thing. So always bear that in mind. You always want to be tracking the ROI for everything that you do. It doesn't matter if it's Facebook ads, PPC, SEO, link building. If, say, for example, you could have got this similar result with 25% less links, then it's definitely a no-brainer to me as a business owner, right? So just bear that in mind when you are going through these websites or when you're analyzing your own sites, right? Because again, like if we take a look at position number 2, they're ranking for by funeral flowers position 2 with 0 links to the page. And if we take a look at their root domain with 58 referring domains, like if we just take a look, the links that this website has is a lot more relevant. So for example, they are listed on this looks like a florist directory site, and they're listed on a wedding website, photography website, so on and so forth, right? So I want to emphasize a little thing on relevance because a lot of people mess this up, right? So let's say, for example, if I minimize my face, so I'm just down here, right? Let's say our website is here. And again, we will use the flower example, right, that we've just been looking at. Now, what a lot of people think is they need other florist websites or other flower directory sites, etc., to link through to them, right? And I mean, don't get me wrong, that is a very good strategy. But let's say, for example, if we were going to be very picky and we wanted only DR30 websites, or let's say even DR50 websites, right, that are only talking about flowers on their own website, we're going to get so little amount of links. Like, even if we were to take a look at this backlink profile, which I would argue and say that this is like a pretty solid backlink profile. Obviously, they could spend more on links, but it's a good starting point, right? So if we just do follow alone, we've went from 100 backlinks down to 65. If we go to in content as well as a secondary filter, we've gone down to 12. I was hoping that there's going to be a few more links, right? But obviously this just goes to show you that you don't need that many links to rank. You just need to start, right? But what I'm seeing a lot of is, first of all, they have got a lot of location-based links, right? So obviously, our number one type of relevance could be niche. Excuse the bad handwriting, guys. I'm so sorry. But obviously, if you are getting niche relevant websites, then amazing. Now, what does niche relevant mean? Because a lot of people think if I'm a florist website, I need other florists to start linking to me. That's not the actual case, right? So let's say, for example, if we were going to get, if we've got a florist website and if we had a finance website linking through to our website, right? People would think, well, I do not want a finance website linking through to my website. But on that finance website, you could be talking about winning an award, or potentially, like a lot of people, when they win awards, they also get flowers. And then you could also link that to your florist website for flowers for award-winning ceremonies, right? Like people, for example, when they graduate university, let's say somebody's graduated a finance university, you could obviously link that to, or the actual guest post itself, or the article, or the link that you're getting. The article itself could be talking about the top 10 best flowers to buy for a finance student, right, that's just graduated. And that could essentially link to your website about flowers for graduates. Because I'm certain that will probably be a category. It might not be a category on this. Oh, well, actually, they've got congratulations. A congratulations could be to do with somebody that's recently won an award or passed their university, right? So that could be niche relevant. You've obviously got flower shops or flower websites linking to other flower websites. You then also have like what I like to call shouldering industries, right? So, for example, I know because I've recently been to like a wedding, there's obviously a lot of photographers at weddings, right? So getting a link from like a wedding photography website or potentially just a photography website, that can definitely help as well. So you've got like 3 or 4 different style of industries that you can tap into. And then last but not least, you also do have location based, right? So for example, this website is it's located in London, right? So you could get like London specific websites linking back through to your website as well. So you've got all different types of different styles of relevancy that you can actually build to your website. So the next style of link that I would be looking at getting is, if I just create another little bubble, is homepage links, right? So homepage links are, we'll do home P again, really bad, really bad, like spelling, or not spelling, but handwriting, sorry. But excuse the handwriting. Any website that you are looking to build out, depending on if it's brand new or if it's potentially been a few years that you've actually had it, if you've been acquiring links, what you want to be doing is also focusing on the amount of links that you're pointing through to your homepage, right? So if we actually check the exact URL here, they've got 81 links going through to the homepage of this website. Out of 100 links, 81 of them is going through to this website or going through to the homepage of this website. So if you're not doing anything like that, highly suggest you guys start building links to your homepage. Again, when you're building links to your homepage, you can't really mess up. Like it's like a safe place, I would like to call it. And what I mean by that is like it's just natural for a website to acquire links every single month through to their homepage. Like if we take a look, and this is just looking at the exact URL, right? As you can see, 29th of July 2022, they had 0. 2nd of August, they had 20. And ever since, they've just slowly been building it up. Don't get me wrong, like these guys could have scaled out the amount of links that they're building for their website big time. But again, they might not have the marketing budget. They might not want a massive digital presence. They might be a brick and mortar style store, right? But again, they've done a fairly decent job. Don't get me wrong, it's not 100% strategy, but a lot of websites are like this, right? So if we were to take a look at random keyword, iPhone repair shop London, and if we were to take a look at iSmash.com, this is just a random website, but I can almost guarantee that a lot of their links is going to be pointing through to their homepage. And if we take a look at backlinks, so they've got 679 backlinks. And if we were to just look at their overall, just their homepage, 405 links is pointing through to their homepage. So again, that's probably what 60-70%, or if they had 600, yeah, it's probably like 80%, very similar to what we were looking at before. Again, you just can't go wrong with doing this style, like building links to your homepage. The next strategy that I love doing is building links to category or pillar pages. We'll do cat. I won't pain you guys to look at my handwriting anymore because it pains me, right? And what I mean by that is when it comes to bigger websites, if you're looking to scale out a big service-based website, maybe you're like a local business, if you are looking to scale out a e-commerce store, right? Everybody does this. I take that back. Not everybody does this, but everybody should be doing this. And again, it's like a very easy way to lower your costs when it comes to link building, right? So if we just search buy vapes online, and if we were to take a look at vapestore.co.uk, right? Now, what I deem as if I just disable this, what I deem as like a, 1 second. Right, I just had to delete the Ahrefs Chrome extension because that was messing up the website. But what I deem as like a pillar page is obviously like / e-liquids, right? And a lot of people, when I say like a pillar page, they think that I'm talking about only e-commerce stores, and it's not actually the case, because I will show you guys what I like to do on service-based websites as well, right? So if we take a look at this, I'm hoping that these guys have done it. If not, they should probably hire me to do their link building for them. They are doing it, right? So what a lot of people think they need to do is build, like if you're an e-commerce store, is build links to each individual product in the actual range, and it's not actually the case, right? A cheaper alternative is to build links to what is like holding all of the products, which I like to call the category page. Some people even call it the collections page as well. And that way, when you're building links through to this page, you're actually passing down the link equity and the link power through to all of these product pages. I would never necessarily build links to a product page if you're in e-commerce, because obviously products change over time. In some cases, you might have a falling out with a vendor potentially, or you might want to swap out your actual product range, and the URLs obviously change. So I highly just recommend building links to the actual category page or the actual collections page, which what these guys have basically done. Now that's the e-commerce. That is the e-commerce example. But let's actually take a look at law firms in London, right? And if we were to take a look at Farrer and Co., I've used these guys so much, like in examples before. I'm sorry if you guys have been looking at my previous videos. Have they got a blog section? I don't think they do. Let's find a website with a blog section. So this is a law firm in New York, and I think they actually specialize in criminal attorney law. But they actually do have a blog section, and they are doing what I was actually going to specify, and that is building links through to their blog section. Now, again, this is very similar to an e-commerce collections page, but instead of actually having a product range inside the /blog section, they have just actual blogs, right? So, for example, what you need to know about federal target letters, New York commercial landlord tenant lawyers, food stamp fraud, Queen's tax evasion fraud lawyers, etc., etc. So they've got like a lot of blogs that they actually withhold within this section, but they're also building links to the /blog URL. If we actually take a look at the exact URL, they've got like 39 referring domains. And again, what this does is if you have got, if we go back to my pretty drawings, right, if we've got our blog section here, blog, right, and then if we've got links pointing through to this blog section, and then we also have internal links going through to all of our blog pages, this ultimately means that all of our blog pages will get more link equity from our link building efforts. And again, it just basically means that we don't need to build individual links going through to all of these actual blog articles, because the last thing you want to do is publish 90 or 100 different articles, and you're wanting to build free links through to every single blog article, or every single collections, or sorry, every single product page as well, if you're an e-commerce store. The last thing you want to, or the best way, or the best strategy for this is build links to the blog section, see where all of these articles end up ranking, because after like a month or something, this might be position 1, this might be position 5, this might be position 15, right? Then, if this blog article, you know that it's going to actually end up generating you a lot of cash and a lot of leads or a lot of business, right? I would then build an actual link through to this to then be able to make it jump up to position number, let's say 2. That's the only time I would actually build links through to an actual blog article. What I like to do, and again, it's basically just rinsing and repeating what I've said before, is build links to collection pages, build links to like the blog /blog, and then just have a good URL, internal linking structure to all of your blog articles or all of your products, and that way you won't be spending hundreds of thousands of pounds or hundreds of thousands of dollars on your link building. That's when SEO ends up getting really expensive. You don't need millions of links. You probably need way less links than what you actually think. So that has been my video on how many links your website needs. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. And if you want my team to do the link building for you, make certain to check the link down below, or head over to casualdash.com. We also do SEO as a full range service as well. So just fill out the form and we will be in touch. Thanks.